Is there anything wrong with my speaking? Anything that I should be worried about? Sensing the vulnerability in my voice, she tentatively responded, "Well, Chad, you kind of have an echo." "What do you mean, an echo? What do you mean? What do you mean?" Needless to say, I didn't win that election, and I shied away from public speaking ever since. But today, I am elated to stand before 124 of my closest friends on one of the happiest days of our lives. Through the blood, figuratively of course, sweat and tears, we made it. It seems like only yesterday that we were doing mock interviews, trying to slip in a "you feel because" without interrupting or sounding too eager. Only yesterday, we were trying to memorize the pentose phosphate pathway and track the route of the elusive cranial nerve 7. Step 1, only yesterday. Match day, yesterday. But now, here we stand, or sit. Medical doctors, MDs, physicians. Take a moment to bask in the glow of pride. Today is a day to celebrate, a day to reflect on all of the wonderful events of the past 4 years. Apparently, the world did continue to revolve as we studied in our carols. During our medical education, we elected the first African-American president and banned smoking in the state of Ohio. Cleveland almost went to the World Series and came close to 2 NBA championships. And new epidemics emerged, like swine flu and beaver fever. Today is also a day to celebrate our own accomplishments and those of our classmates. Members of the class of 2011 have published articles in renowned peer-reviewed magazines and won national poster competitions. We have been accepted to some of the best residency programs across the country while maintaining a strong representation in Northeast Ohio. We have spent hundreds of hours volunteering in the community and raising money for those most in need. In addition, we have welcomed several new members to the NEOUCOM family, from Beth Curtin's multiple offspring to those who were married just as recently as last week. Today, we also have the special privilege of being the first graduating class of a new school. We started off as NEOUCOMers, and now I suppose we're NEOMEDics? I know that it causes some conflicting feelings for us, which I thought would be best articulated by the king of conflict, Bill Shakespeare. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other word, would smell as sweet. So NEOMED would, were it not NEOMED called. Romeo and Juliet certainly didn't let a name get in their way, so cast those wherefore art thous aside. NEOMED, the artist formerly known as NEOUCOM, is still the same great school that we know and love. While reflecting on the past and celebrating the present, now is a perfect time to look toward the future with optimism. I'd love to share some words of wisdom or give advice, but I certainly haven't lived enough life to impart that on you. In analyzing my own naivete, though, I found a few ideals that are incredibly important to me, and if I could hold on to those forever, or at least during residency, I know I would be a better person for it. First, the support of your loved ones is everything. Hurdles will appear throughout the race of life. Whether you clear them or trip and fall on your face, your family and friends will be there cheering you on. And to me, that's the most comforting feeling in the world. Just don't forget that you need to be sitting in the stands once in a while to be the support they need. Second, it's not me, it's you. While today is a celebration of us, July 1st marks the beginning of what I believe to be the most selfless career imaginable. The AOA mantra is be worthy to serve the suffering. As budding doctors, we are far from worthy, but the suffering will come nonetheless. They will put their lives in our hands. Respect each patient as if he were your brother or she your sister, and that is half the battle. Possibly the best advice I ever received was from a second-year internal medicine resident at St. Elizabeth's during my first rotation last year. She told me, "Don't lose yourself during your training, because it is almost impossible to get you back." So I suggest doing something you love every day, be it reading your favorite book, jamming out to music, or swimming laps at the pool. And don't forget to smile. Obviously, you'll figure out the rest along the way, but if you ever stumble or lose sight of the path, family and friends are just a phone call away. It has been a tremendous honor to know all of you for the past 2 to 6 years. I know for certain that I am a different person than I was a week after I graduated high school, and I sincerely thank everyone who has contributed to my personal growth. So in closing, I want to share some wise words that you may recognize. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you've dreamed of. I wish you joy and happiness, but above all this, I wish you love. Thank you and congratulations.